Hello, gorgeous. This is Melanie, and I know you don't recognize me because what is this? So I have not recorded much lately because of this, and not really just that, but because May is a very difficult month. And actually today would have been my son's 30th birthday, and he was killed in a flash flood in August of 2013. So he had just turned 23 at the time. So I thought, what better time for me to record than today, so I can maybe boost my I don't know, mood a little bit. But yes, this is what we're working with right now. So I have an appointment finally on Wednesday, which is my birthday. Oh, hallelujah, praise Jesus. That'll be the best birthday present this year. Well, probably ever, because of this. So I'd really, like this wave kind of thing going on, but there's like sideburns under here, and I have a mullet, and the gray is like Cruella de Vil kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna just have this all shaped up. In the meantime, let's just pull it up. So what we're gonna work on today is we're gonna stop talking about quarantine hair, and we're gonna work on quarantine eyes. And so what does that mean? That's gonna mean that for those of you who are out and about, which I have not been, except to go get a COVID test. That's the last thing I did, I think, this whole month. I think that's the only thing I've done, was driving the car, never got out of the car, and had a COVID test through the window. But for those of you who have to wear a mask, I'm gonna put it on real quick. This is the look you're enduring all day long. So what we're gonna do is work on your eyes, making your eyes the focus, because your eyes aren't gonna be covered up and you still wanna look and feel beautiful. We're gonna do this. Now, what I wanna talk about is making sure that everything under that mask is as sweat-proof as possible, because it is so hot in those masks. And I tell you what, you guys who are out there in the field, in the nursing and the medical field, and the essential jobs, I have so much respect for you guys, because I can't wear that mask for 2 minutes without just feeling like I'm gonna hyperventilate. Like, I am so claustrophobic, my glasses fog up. So I tell you, my prayers go to you guys who are doing this. So just want to point that out first. Let's go ahead and get started on today's look. And what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to make sure that what we put on our face is going to stay on for the most part, so that when you end the day, you can pull it off and kind of still feel like you're put together. But we want those eyes to be the focus. So that's what this video is going to be about. So first, what we're going to go in with is some, primer. And this is the silver primer. We have two different primers. One is purple, one is silver. This is the silicone based one. And that's what we're going to use under the makeup, just to make sure that it stays on. I'm not sure where this little guy came from. I think that's just from stress. I don't know, emotions. So let's get that silicone primer on. It's going to fill some pores, but it's also going to help us keep this makeup on. Then I'm going to go in with something that's fairly light. I don't want a lot of coverage in here, but this is sweat proof. So this is our Befit Foundation, and I know I've discussed it in my foundations video, but the beauty of this is that it's a tinted moisturizer, but it also gives you a sweat proof foundation. And because it's sweat proof, if I'm wearing a mask, then that is going to give me a little bit of the long lasting makeup that I need. Also, it has green tea, aloe, and magnolia extracts in it. It's very good for sensitive skin. So for those of you who have to put a mask on and you've got sensitive skin and you just don't want a bunch of stuff underneath, this foundation is going to be perfect for you. Now I'm taking a damp sponge and just making sure that it's blended out. I will put a little bit more on. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the Befit, but I'm also going to add a little bit of CC cream. CC cream is going to give me my SPF 25, and it is a long wearing foundation. Sorry, I didn't mean to get out of the camera. And so it's gonna also help me, but it's also gonna just smooth out my skin. So this redness, this darkness, or whatever. So it's a color corrector. And it is gonna help overall keep my makeup on, but it's also gonna help me with my imperfections. So when I first put this on, it always looks yellow in my screen, but this is probably the best color match of all of my foundations, except for VFX. I think that's actually probably the one that's closest because I've done the color matching and we have a cool tone option. But I'm just gonna pat this on and into my skin. I don't want a lot of heaviness under that mask. I don't want anything that's gonna clog pores. You know, our makeup, our foundations don't clog pores. So that's a good thing. So pretty much anything you choose is gonna be good for that. Now, our other long-lasting foundations would be Stay Matte and VFX. So those would be good too if you want more coverage. But since this part of my face is really gonna be covered, it's only for when we leave in the daytime, you know, when we're done with our mask, for running errands or whatever. I never thought in my lifetime I would be doing a video about having to wear a mask. Like, what? But for those of you who are in the medical field, you wear masks every day, and you're, you know, that's something that you guys do, surgical field kind of thing. So you guys are used to it, but everybody else is just kind of like, what? And this will just give people an idea of how to feel good and pretty, you know, when they're out and about. So let's go and put some concealer under my eye. Our liquid concealers do stay on very well. So I'm gonna also put a little bit of that because, let me get my mask again. That shows, and you can see those dark circles. So we are gonna go ahead and put, or I am gonna go ahead and put some concealer under there. I always get too much of this. It's so thin and lightweight, but I don't usually mean to go ham, but lately my circles, because I've just been really kind of emotional this month, they're probably a little worse than they usually are. And they're already genetically bad. I'm just kind of pressing that in and blending it down so that it doesn't look like I've got these like raccoon eyes, these big white circle eyes. Let's get that scar a little bit. I'm just gonna put what's on my sponge on there. So that'll be okay for now. I can add a little powder and it's gonna, you know, cover a little bit better. Let's put a little soft orange under there. Should have done this first. And that's just gonna hopefully offset the darkness, color correcting again. And I'm patting it, and I'm just kind of patting it on the line of darkness just to remove that illusion of dark shadows. I always have this eye, I think it's this eye, that's always got a worse circle than the other. I don't even know why. I'm not even gonna guess why, just because I'm different. So let's work on the eyes. We want the eyes to be our drama, our focus. So I am gonna go in with, of course, can you guess? Pro to Fit primer. Now with the warmth of my finger, it does make it a little easier to apply. A lot of people are like, it's kind of hard to apply, but what it is it's a kind of a thick, it's very much like the creamy shadows, but I don't think it's as creamy as the creamy shadows. Okay, so you know Pro to Fit's kind of like a must-have for me. It took the place of my MAC paint pot. Now we're gonna go over that with a little bit of the transparent powder. You know how I do with my favorite. Now these brushes are gonna be replaced soon, but they're supposed to be bigger and better. So I'm hoping, because this one's my favorite and I really wish I had gotten another one, but they're supposed to be coming out with some really great new brushes. So yay for that. That's why if you go and you try to purchase these, they're out of stock. It just means that something is coming that's going to be comparable or better. So there we go. We got that on there. And let's go in with, we're gonna use some pinks today. Okay, so the 3 colors that I have out, it doesn't mean I'm going to use them, are the Wild Rose, which I haven't tried yet on my lips or eyes or anything. It's a brand new one. And then I've got Mauve Pink, and 102 is Cool Pink. So these may be a little pinkier than I want, but I'm going to go ahead and go in with Wild Rose on my crease. And this is a lipstick, yes, but as you know, our matte lipsticks, the liquid lips, are okay for eyes, and they really are just beautifully matte, so they look great. So this is going to be my crease color, which is bold. Taking my blender brush, bam! Talk about drama. That's crazy. Y'all know when I get finished, it's not gonna be that dramatic. So just chill, just hang out with me for a little bit. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so let's go in with 01, which is the Mauve Pink. And let's do this on the lid. And I didn't go all the way across because I'm going to try to blend it out with my pencil brush from Farmasi. It's crazy. I look like a clown right now. But it's okay. It's okay because I'm going to make some improvements here in a little bit. So I'm going to go in with this part of my 3-in-1 face palette. And all I'm doing is just kind of neutralizing this pink. All right, now I'm going to take the Pink Glow Creamy Shadow and this little brush by, I do not know, Coastal Scents. It's just a little flat, like, shader brush. And I'm just going to use it to get in here to my creamy shadow. And it's going to go right on my lid here. So I'm gonna go in with the 18, I think this one's Pink Lily blush. This is actually a blush, and we're going to put that on the eyes over the top of the part of this Pink Glow. I don't know why I don't have a mirror in that. Then I'm going to go in with Baby Cakes, which is a little bit lighter pink. And it's going to go in this section. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, am I ever going to do anything with that? Yes, I am, I promise. All right, go back in with Pink Lily. Okay, so now we can focus on this harsh, deep color right quick. I'm going to go in with Sunset Kiss over the top of my matte liquid lipstick. And that color is what I'm going to use under my eye for the eyeliner. A little eyeliner brush from Farmasi. Now let's get this cleaned up and go in with a highlight and see if that doesn't kind of tone down, because you know it's always the finishing touches that make this look pull together at the very last minute. I'm going to go in with the liquid concealer in light Ivory and clean up beside my eyes. And let's do our highlight in our inner corner color. I want to get this under eye shadow a little bit more, I want to give it a little bit more staying power. So I'm going to spritz this little eyeliner brush with the Befit fixing spray and go into that middle color of my Trio palette. And I'm going to put a little bit more eyeliner, because if I'm sweating, I want this to stay on. If I'm getting hot and stuffy. Now, to get rid of this little line right here, I'm going to go in with the number 18 blush, the Pink Lily, that same little eyeliner brush with some of the Befit still on it. And that's going to go right in the middle and overlapping that darker color. And then we're going to bring in some of the baby cakes into the inner corner a little bit, or the inner third, I should say. Blend it all together so it doesn't look like separate colors under my eye, which is what it is right now. I always put my brushes down in a different place and I'm like looking for them. All right, here we go. So it smudges a little bit out and blends it together. I might work on that a little bit more. But right now, let's get this highlight in here and then decide what we're gonna do with this darker hot pink color at the top. I'm going in with the handy dandy 3-in-1 face palette for my highlighter. I'm gonna take a little pencil brush like this with that highlighter and go into my inner corner. I need to bring in some brightness right here. And then we're going to go up here to the brow, which I haven't done yet, so that will kind of finish the look off once I get the brows done. And now that I've got that highlight on there, let's go ahead and try to blend a little bit, and then I might add some more, but I want to soften that up to where there's no line. Why didn't y'all tell me I had a 2-inch brow hanging on out there? Didn't see that. Okay, so let's go in with our brow mascara. This one is Rich Brown. I have dark brown coming in because my hair is super dark, so naturally. Y'all should see my brows when I was a teenager. Let's add a little bit of powder under the eyes. I'm gonna go in with the Terracotta 02, which has become my favorite. And I'm just gonna use this like round kabuki brush. Okay, and just set that. You see what I love about the Terracotta powder? It almost has like a soft, glowy look to it. I love it. All right, now let's do some eyeliner and some mascara because I almost forgot it. Because I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go in with my favorite, the ink liner in black. I'm not gonna make you watch this. I'll just zoom right through this. So all I'm doing right now is I'm taking that liner brush and just kind of bringing in some of the darkness in the outside of my eye. All right, now let's go with some mascara. So if you are gonna be wearing a mask all day long, what you might wanna go in with is the Befit waterproof mascara. But since I'm just gonna be like running errands in my mask, I'm gonna go ahead and just use the deep black. I haven't worn it much, so I'm gonna try this one today. And that really is gonna bring more focus and attention to my eyes. But the Befit waterproof is great and it stays on a long time. So for those of you who are really having to wear these masks all day and you're fogging up your glasses and whatever, definitely consider the waterproof mascara. Now I'm gonna go over, that deep black is fantastic. I'm gonna go over the top of it though with the extreme curl and just add another level of like swoop to my eyelashes because I really love the extreme curl too. And it really thickens, like it adds volume to my lashes while it curls. I actually love layering our mascaras because they're all so great and they all do something different. And so I'm like, hey, well, if I want this to do this and this, I'm just gonna put two together and make it work. Okay, So there are the dramatic eyes. I will show you with the mask on after I'm done. Let's go ahead and do our face. Now, we don't need to contour. We don't need to do any of maybe really any highlight. I could put a little highlight here since that part's gonna show. I may do that. But for right now, let's just put on some blush. And I'm gonna go in to match my eyes a little bit with the Pink Lily for blush. And it is a shimmer. So for some of you, you may not like that shimmer one because even though it's not gonna show very much, eventually I will take a mask off, right? Kind of acts like a highlight as well because it does have a shimmer. So I'm not gonna have to go really, if I don't want to, back in with a highlighter. And y'all, I want y'all to know I've been laying my makeup brushes on my mask, so there's no telling what it's gonna look like. Anywho, all right, so let's go in with some lipstick, and we're just gonna use one of the matte lipsticks so that it will be matte under the mask and I won't have to reapply as much. I'm looking, Mauve Ice is the one I'm gonna go in with. I actually want to go in with a little bit of Brave because it's kind of more muted. I'm obsessed with Brave. Oh my gosh. So once that's dried, I will be able to put my mask on, and that's going to stay on for the most part for hours. And that's going to help me if I take the mask off, it still looks, you know, put together. And, you know, if you are a gloss person, you can definitely gloss. While I'm doing that, let's go ahead and grab Bittersweet. Now, I don't want gloss on the inside of my mask. I mean, you know, to me, I would keep the gloss handy for after the mask comes off, and it's just gonna give my lips some nourishment. You could use the lip plumper, which is amazing. Afterward, whichever one, I would keep something handy so your lips feel hydrated once you've taken your mask off. Bittersweet, oh my gosh, y'all, I love it. It's 01 and then Miss Sparkle glosses. And I did a video for each of the sparkle glosses, so check that out. There's 4 total. They're new. I just love it. It's almost like its own natural highlight. Okay, so this is it. Let's put the mask on, even with my gloss. And tell me you don't see the drama in those eyes. Let's look at our mascara and our eye makeup. And that's it, you guys. Well, we could take the hair down. I knew that was going to happen. And finally, one thing I almost forgot was to use one of our setting sprays to set this look so that you don't have to worry about it coming off under your mask. So there we go. I'll probably put more than you really need to. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me again. I really do hope that everybody is staying safe right now. I know not everybody is. I had that scare a couple weeks ago. The test came back negative, but then I was told by the doctors that it's a 30% false negative. So they went ahead and put me on like Z-Pak and all this stuff and the prednisone stuff. And so I really felt better within a few days, which was like, thank you, hallelujah, because I've been sick for like almost 4 weeks at that point. So I don't know if it was COVID. I don't know if I could still get it or whatever, but you know, I'm just praying that everybody stays safe. I don't want you getting the flu. I don't want you getting COVID. I don't want you getting anything. So just keep yourself healthy. Enjoy what you're doing while you're at home. I know it can be stressful with kids and stuff, but just try to hang in there, you know. Imagine the people on Little House on the Prairie when they got quarantined. That's what I think about quite a bit. Okay, you guys, I hope you like this look, and I hope you'll try it and let me know what you think. Love you all. Mwah. Thank you as always for watching.